Howdy, friendos. Crazy Jason here, and you have entered my Wacky Emporium, baby. Welcome. Welcome to the Wacky Emporium. There are new additions to my cube, and I know it seems like a never-ending cycle, but I keep getting new shit in. One of these days, I'll get the whole cube locked down, and it probably won't, move around much after that. But first of all, the top shelf. And this is going to be a little bit of a sneak preview of this coming Monday's field trip video over at Kakalaki Movies. Now, I'm going to plug this field trip because I am really excited about this upcoming field trip going up this Monday. First of all, let me point out, I know the past couple of weeks our field trips have been getting a little bit long. So I do want to let you know that this field trip is a good deal shorter, but it is packed with goodness. And in my estimation, it is our most eclectic field trip to date. I mean, we go Blu-rays, DVDs, special edition collector sets, and figures. And we find this mega awesome store in Charlotte that is like if you combine Dark Side and an FYE and Suncoast all together in this massive store, that's what it would be like. It's fucking eye candy. We have Mega Haul. You guys definitely want to check it out. But I'm going to give you a little sneak preview of a couple of things I picked up, and I went ahead and set them up on my top shelf. So here we go. Aha, there we go. As you can see, I picked up a couple of crushers. First of all, Beverly. And this is the Beverly from Nemesis. And I thought they did a very nice job on her face mold, even down to the makeup and the cheek there. That very, to me, she always had that makeup just like that. And the red hair and... they got her body shape just right too. I don't know if that's going to show up because it's a little bit dark. Her costume is very dark. But yeah, these are Diamond Select figures. And Wesley is one that I was really on the hunt for last year. But I was waffling because I didn't want to pay the money. And the reason why is because I don't think they did a good job on his face sculpt. Now, I know that on some of the actors, they actually, took a lot of photos and really did a great job on the sculpt to make them very realistic. Case in point, I know I keep going on about this, but Picard is probably the best face sculpt that I have seen out of all of the Diamond Select figures. But Wesley doesn't look like Wesley to me. Just looks like a generic red shirt Starfleet guy. But of course he has his Starfleet Academy tote bag there. Now the reason why I picked up those two and I have this threesome here is because of the whole dynamic between the three. I always hated on the show how terrible Picard spoke to Wesley and treated him. I mean, he just really, it was way beyond a kind of harsh father figure situation. And yes, it did make the tender moments, a little bit more tear-jerking, but nevertheless, I just really hated the way he treated Wesley. So, I needed to get Picard his bitch up here so he can give him a verbal tongue lashing every now and then. But to soften the blow, I have his mommy over here to sort of come down. And whenever he's too harsh on Wesley, then Mama Bear comes in and puts the smackdown on old Jean-Luc. Of course, there's that the tension between Picard and Beverly throughout the series. They have this very complicated past, and You know, you don't know if they're going to get together or not, but there's definitely that complicated relationship and tension. But anyway, I'm a fucking weirdo. I'm insane. And to me, this is kind of like a scene from Cyrus, too. I don't know if you've seen the movie Cyrus with Jonah Hill and John C. Reilly. But, yeah. If you have, you'll know what I'm alluding to. And then, of course, I've pointed this out before, but I have Q looming over Picard, and now the three of them here. So, yeah, I'm a little bit crazy, I guess. But I'm really loving it. The only thing is, it fucked up my top shelf. If you guys saw my last top shelf video, you know how happy I was with the new setup. It was very clean and just really organized, and now this has kind of thrown things off. I've had to move figures around over here, and it looks okay, but it's not quite perfectly balanced like I'd like it to be. So there are going to be some changes made over here. I'm not sure exactly what yet, but I'm not 100% happy with it. Oh, and one more little thing here. You see the science fiction placard right there? The Ace Hunter, who sent me all the HD DVDs in the last video I did, in the box, as a little extra thing, he sent that science fiction placard, which I think goes really, really well up there. But that's enough about the top shelf. Let's move on to the new cube. And this cube is, I think it's my favorite cube. I'm really pleased with the way I put it together. Yep, there we go. The Toys R Us exclusive Alien and Predator 2-pack. And this is the only way that you can get the bleached skulls. You have a Alien skull, and of course you have a Predator skull. And this is what really sold me on this set, because look at the detail on that skull. Look at the cracks. It looks like a skull. I mean, it's just really incredible. And then, of course, the alien is the alien from the first movie. Now, I prefer, this is NECA, by the way, and I prefer their Aliens alien, the one that I got that fell off and broke at the knee, which is a common problem, by the way, FYI. These aliens seem to break off at the knee very easily. Then I got another one in the mail from Australia, and it was smashed to pieces, so I said, fuck it, I'm just going with this one. I don't know, I like them okay. Definitely like that nasty-ass brain situation going on up there. Yeah, his jaw does unhinge, and the second mouth does come out. I'm not going to try to do that right now, because I'll just end up knocking him over. On the skull, too, the jaw unhinges. But again, I'll end up messing it up. So now, the Predator is really, really cool looking. Very, very nicely detailed. The only thing that I'm disappointed in is that he didn't come with the removable faceplate. I don't know why they left that out. They could have put an extra head in there, but they didn't. But if you look at it, I had read online that people were complaining that the paint job was sloppy. So I looked at very closely, and mine looked perfectly fine. Again, this set was $25, and when you consider what all you get in the detail, I think it's a very, very fair price. And if you guys like this and you're thinking about getting it, my advice to you is to go on to Toys R Us and get it before the price rises. Plus, when they run out of it at Toys R Us, they don't get more in, then you're going to have to go to eBay. And you know what happens on eBay? You get fucked up the ass with the prices. I mean, you're going to be paying $85 for this set rather than $25. So I would suggest get your asses on down to Toys R Us and get it while the getting's good. Now, so have a couple of eggs here, and then I put the screen-used prop from the first Alien vs. Predator movie with the face hugger on it. And then above that, I have the really cool chest burster. And then behind that, I have the, I call it a lobby card, but it's really the cards we picked up from Blockbuster when they were closing. And I just really like having the egg in the background. Goes nicely. You guys, I gotta admit, I'm actually really proud of myself for the way that I put this cube together. I don't know. I seem to have a knack for this cube designing situation. If I could make money doing this, you know, I might be in business. And then over here we have Elmo, and he has assumed the position. He looks happy. He looks ready for what is about to come. So we've got that going on. Anyway, that's going to do it for this week's Cube update. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. I'm Crazy Jason, and you've been in my wacky Emporium.